Good evening and welcome to the official co-stream of the two-time back-to-back NBA 2K League champions Wizards District Gaming. Tonight, the defending champs Wizards D.G take on Raptors Uprising GC in Week 2 of Seed Week, Day 4 of Week 2 to be specific here. It's the third game in 4 days for Wizards D.G. My name is John, flying solo again, as Chris is still on vacation. He'll be back soon enough here. We'll get him back on as well for his insight as well. So last night wasn't so kind to our defending champs, as a tough Bucks gaming squad managed to hold Wizards D.G to only 60 points and taking away the win from the boys in red in the score line of 70-60. Tonight, Wizards D.G has an opportunity to continue their fight for that #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, as they face off against our friends up north in Raptors Uprising GC. So with tip-off just a few moments away, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. For Wizards D.G, of course, it is Cap and B-Rich as your guards. Nudini and Just Awkward down low in the 3 and 4 spot, and the big dog, Dayfry himself, in the lane, protecting the glass and just attacking the rim all night long. For Raptors Uprising, got Fanta, Kenny got work, Big Saint, Type, and Plondo starting lineup for Raptors Uprising. Cap had a very impressive performance last night against Bucks Gaming, dropping another 24 points in that matchup, unfortunately coming up short overall. But that is what we would call an all-star performance from Cap, the newest member of Wizards D.G. And speaking of all-star, voting for the all-star game is currently open on the NBA 2K League website. Head on over there right now and vote in all 5 players for Wizards D.G to the All-Star game. The defending champs, the back-to-back champs, you know they are true All-Stars here representing the Eastern Conference. Right now, as it stands, as of the last count here, Dayfry leads the entire league in votes with 515 votes, earning him first place in the front court voting. Followed by who else but the Defensive Player of the Year last year, Just Awkward, with 317 votes as well. Nudini sitting in 7th with 136. So with that in mind, let's make sure we get our guys in there into the All-Star game. Again, this is only the second year the All-Star game has been here, so get those votes in. Vote early, vote often. Head on over to the NBA 2K League website and get those votes in. Great news. Looks like we're going to be starting a little bit earlier here today. It looks like the players are loading into the virtual court right now. It is a 1-game series as we head on over into the virtual court for player introductions. It is a home game for Wizards D.G, virtual Cap One Arena, if you will, as our friends from the north, Raptors Uprising GC, come on down to the nation's capital for tonight's matchup. Now, one of the big matchups to watch here is going to be Fanta going up against Just Awkward. Fanta is capable of high scoring. The guy knows exactly what he needs to do in these games. Just Awkward is going to have his hands full all day long against Fanta, so we'll have to see that matchup as it progresses here through the night. Opening tip-off in favor of Wizards D.G, it's Cap with the ball for the defending champs to start it out, looking to bounce back from that loss last night against Bucks Gaming. Down low, Dayfry from Cap, being patient off the glass. Type called for goaltending. Basket is good for the big dog, Dayfry. If you were with us last stream, Dayfry joined us on the post-game show, talked a little bit about what happened in that game against Duke's Gaming, where they had that 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. It all but evaporated with the final closing seconds with that big defensive stop from Dayfry. Talk about that's one of the things that this team wants to do, is to make sure that they play a full 24 minutes here of 2K. They can't let up. Points are a big tiebreaker here in Seed Week, and they are gunning for that #1 spot in the East. So every point matters. We'll take a look here as Big Saint called for the foul. Cap with the ball from the inbound. Cap, the off-balance 3 is no good. Defensive board for the Raptors. It's Kenny off the glass and in. (4-2), just over a minute into the first quarter. B-Rich, the deep 3 from Chinatown, hits it. B-Rich on the board. Had a massive third quarter against Duke's Gaming. Looking to continue that same pace as Nudini forces the turnover. Awkward. Finding B-Rich in the corner. Back to Dayfry. Gets blocked from behind. Loose ball picked up, but it's tipped. Who else but... Oh, it looks like that was Dayfry. Pardon me. Thought that might have been just Awkward. Speaking of Awkward, the two-handed jam. And it's a 7-4 lead for the defending champs. Now it's Kenny got work at the elbow, looking for space. B-Rich holding closely, under 10 on the shot clock, passes it down to Type. Playing high like we normally see Dayfry do. The long two. Actually going to go ahead and count that as a three-point shot. Now Dayfry finding Cap. Cap for three, back rim, no good. Defensive board for the Raptors. Loose ball almost picked off for Wizards D.G as Type slams it down. (9-7) for the Raptors. Now Dayfry playing high again. The pass down's tip of B-Rich, perfect position. Grabs the loose ball. Now it's Nudini on the baseline, finding Dayfry at the charity stripe. Kicks it back over. Cap approaching 5 seconds on the shot clock. Forces the three. Cap rattles it home for the first points of the game for Cap. Definitely a close one here. It's a one-point game just through the halfway mark of the first quarter. Type down low, kicks it back out, finds Fanta for three. They were able to hold Killy to just one basket in the first half against Duke's Gaming. They're going to have that same kind of defensive performance here against Fanta to really hold this high-scoring Raptors Uprising team. Now, Dayfry, top of the key, finds Cap. 5 on the shot clock. Capped off balance three. Can't get it to go. Defensive board for Toronto. Looking to go the other way. Quick foul by Cap. Slows down the fast break. Fanta guarded closely by just Awkward in that matchup for tonight's game. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Awkward going down, the three-point shot in the corner. Now it's Cap. Being patient, finding B-Rich, 10 on the shot clock, kicks it back over, Awkward. Cross the lane, pulls up, long two, no good. Dayfry, offensive board. Now Cap for three, rattles it home, 13-15. 2-point lead for the Raptors with a $1:33 to go. Now Type kicks it over, finds Fanta, and Awkward is there all over him. Can't let him get the shot. A big block from Dayfry, loose ball picked up. Ryan can't get a hold of it as the foul is called on Nudini to prevent the fast break. What a great opportunity. What a great block for the big dog. Blocking the three-point shot. Now Kenny. Or to Fanta. Raptors call a quick timeout here. 13 left on the shot clock. They're going to have to reset. They didn't like what Wizards D.G was showing them on the court. It's a 2-point game here. It's a very back-and-forth first quarter. Toronto already with 3 turnovers in the first quarter. Wizards D.G only has 1. Cap, the leading scorer, 6 points, 3 assists currently here with a $1:08 left in the first. Fanta gets the ball on the inbound. The deep three is no good. Zardini, quick rebound. Finding Awkward, and that's Kenny's first. B-Rich down low for just Awkward. Under a minute to go for the Raptors. Now it's Big Saint. Finds Kenny. All tied up at 15, 40 seconds, down low. Blondo shots, no good, collects his own board. Back out, Big Saint in the corner, finds Kenny. It's a 3-second violation called on the Raptors. Wizards D.G. will get possession with 33.2 seconds left. The quick pass in, Nudini wastes no time on that, and Wizards D.G. have the lead back. Kenny's quick pass finds Big Saint. Quickly surrounded, kicks it back out to Kenny. That was Fanta. Guarded by Awkward. Under 10 on the shot clock. 15 left in the first. Shots no good. Offensive board type. Tries to put it back, and it will go. All tied up at 17. Final possession here in the first quarter. Finding Dayfry. Awkward in the corner. Back to Dayfry. Corner. Awkward for three. Can't get it to go, and it's going to be tied at 17 apiece. At the end of the first, it's a back and forth first quarter, but we end where we began, all tied up. 17 apiece. It's Cap leading the way for Wizards D.G. 6 points and 3 assists. Your leading scorer at the end of one. For the side of Raptors Gaming, it's Fanta and Kenny tied with 5 apiece, followed by Type. Big Saint held scoreless in the first quarter. Wizards D.G. winning the turnover battle again. Wizards D.G. known as a defensive organization, a team that really focuses on that defensive style of play. 4 turnovers for the Raptors. Trying to make the most of their possessions, shooting 7 for 13 from the floor, just under 50%. Much like in real-life basketball, pretty much want to aim for that 40-45% rate. Obviously, you want anything higher is good. You want to make the most of every single possession. Tied up at 17 apiece against the Raptors as seed week continues here on day 4 of week 2. Current standings in the Eastern Conferences, that's what we're battling for here right now. Wizards D.G. currently in second place behind 76ers GC, 16 points to 15 points. The cutoff is that 5th spot. Right now, the Raptors are currently sitting at 9th in the East with 6 points. Heat Check Gaming currently in 5th with 9. So it's a long way to go for Raptors Uprising if they're going to try to qualify for playoffs, or otherwise they are heading to the ticket. Start of the second quarter. Going to be Blondo to start it off for the Raptors. Now for Wizzy G's first possession here in the second quarter. Cap being patient, has some space. Dayfry comes up to set the screen, has some space, drives the lane, kicks it off to Dayfry, being patient. The shot blocked. Down low, the jam for Type. Quick pass up to Dayfry's Nudini in the corner. Can't get the three-point shot to go. It's a defensive board. Raptors looking to go the other way quick. Bierich will slow things down with his first personal. Talking to Dayfry after that Dukes game. The big thing he said that he believes the team needs to work on, other than just playing a solid 24 minutes, is continuing to do what they do best, making the most out of every single possession. If they have those open shots, they expect each other to hit those open shots. It's Dayfry with the reversal on the dunk. Thinks those 2 matchups against the Western Conference teams in Dukes Gaming and in Bucks was really a test of this team. See where they really do stand heading into the playoffs. Again, Wizards D.G. have already qualified. They are battling for that #1 seed. They want that top seed. so they get the best favorable matchup going into the postseason. It's Kenny in the corner, guarded closely by B-Rich. Kenny, long two's no good. Ball bounces around, Type kicks it back out. Polando in the corner. Type with his badge activated, down low. The reversal doesn't go. Nudini called for the foul. And Type will go to the line to shoot 2. And if you're new to 2K as well, you're just tuning in. First, big thank you to tuning into the official coach stream of Wizards District Gaming. But that screen shake you see, that's to simulate the home court advantage for Wizards D.G. And again, in a game that's primarily focusing on timing, as long as your timing is on, that screen shake doesn't really matter. As B-Rich from deep downtown hits a 3 again. Keeps this one close. That's Kenny at the elbow. Pulls it back. Give to Type. Down low. Guarded by Dayfry. Kicks it back out. Good ball movement. Kenny for 3. 28-22 for Toronto. Over to Dayfry. Finds Cap. It's quickly fouled there by Kenny. That's his second. Is it over? Cap from the inbounds. Can't get to go, but Nudini with the offensive board. Second chance for Cap. Hits it. Cap coming up big with that second chance opportunity, courtesy of Nudini with the offensive board. Pulls the game back to within 3. And it's a big defensive play for Awkward. Going the other way now for Dayfry. Lays it up and in. Just like that, it's a 1-point game under the halfway mark here of the second quarter. Kenny. Just beyond the cherry stripe, no good. Nudini, defensive board, finding Awkward on the quick break. Samantha called for his first. Dayfry into B-Rich, finds Awkward in the corner for 3. And just Awkward making the most of that opportunity, splashes the 3, and it's a 2-point lead now for Wizards D.G. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Now Type, guarded closely. Awkward looking to try to force another turnover. Down to 2 seconds. Fanta forces a 3. Rims around, but it is still good for Fanta. His first basket here of the second quarter. B-Rich up to Dayfry with under 2 to go. It's a 1-point game. Again, this game continues to go back and forth against both of these teams. It's another lead change now. Cap with under 10. The screen from Dayfry sends it over, kicks it back out. Dini in the corner, can't get it to go. Dayfry with the offensive board. Second chance here for Wizards D.G. They'll call a timeout with 10 left on the shot clock. 1:38 to go in the first half. This one's definitely a close one. Shades of what we saw last night against Bucks Gaming. Neither team really being able to pull away right now. But solid defensive play for Wizards D.G. helping to keep this one close, forcing those turnovers. .138 to go in the second, inbound to Cap. 9 points to his name. That's going to be a foul on Big Saint, his second. It's Cap, 10 on the shot clock. The mid-range jumper is good. Now up to 11 for Cap. Again, coming off that 24-point performance last night. Fitting in well with his new team. It's Kenny from the charity stripe. Can't get it to go. Dayfry the board. The long pass is tipped, but Awkward able to hold on to it. Now he's waiting for the rest of the team as they finally arrive. Cap holding on to it. Drives the lane. Contact, but Dayfry able to pick up the offensive board. Up and in for the big dog. 8 points for Dayfry. Under a minute to go here. It's a 3-point lead for the defending champs as Kenny handling the ball for the Raptors. Down low to Type, will kick it back out. Big Saint in the corner. Big Saint finally on the board here in this game. Ties the game up at 34 apiece. Now Cap. Rondo has his badge activated as well here for the final moments of the first half. Dave right down low for the jam. .30 seconds in the second. It's a 2-point lead for the champs. Now Fanta. Guarded closely, awkward. Not wanting to give him any space. Dayfry coming down to help. Kicks it back out. Big Saint. Dayfry has his badge activated as well. Ball on the baseline. They call a timeout with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 14.2 on the game clock. They're going to have to draw something up pretty quick here. They're not going to have a whole lot of time to get some ball movement and some spacing. Look for Wizards D.G to be all over this inbound, especially the man you're looking at on the screen right now, just awkward. You're looking to force that turnover and try to get one more possession for Wizards D.G in the first half. Now Type. Inbounds to Fanta. 3 on the shot clock. A lot of bodies on him. Kenny can't get it to go, but it's an offensive board and putback. 6.3 seconds, all tied up. The long pass. Nudini back out to B-Rich with 2. Down low, ball's tipped. We're all tied up at 36 apiece as the final possession not going in favor of Wizards D.G. And again, all even. Both teams scoring 19 points here in the second after scoring 17 apiece in the first. That makes our score 36 apiece. And for Cap, leading scorer for Wizards D.G with 11 points. Type holding it down for Toronto as Raptors GC has 12 points leading the way for them as well. Fanta and Kenny tied at 8 apiece. Dayfry with 10 points on the side of Wizards D.G as well, with 4 boards and 2 assists to his name as well. Again, working towards that double-double. He likes to average quite a bit here. That we're going to throw it to a quick break. On the other side, we'll be back with more halftime breakdown of the first half and previewing the second half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the official co-stream of the 2-time back-to-back NBA 2K League champions, Wizards District Gaming. Halftime here in the game against Wizards D.G versus Raptors Uprising GC, our good friends from Toronto. It's all even at 36 apiece. A lot of lead changes, a lot of back and forth. No team really being able to pull away, but it's that strong defensive presence from Wizards District Gaming that once again is helping them make the most of every opportunity and limit those opportunities for Toronto. Let's take a look at our stats here at halftime once again. Starting with Wizards D.G, it's Cap leading the way with 11 points and 6 assists, going 4 for 9 from the field and 3 for 7 from behind the arc. Then it's Dayfry following up with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists as well. 2 blocks to his name, including that big one at the 3-point line against Fanta. That was very impressive as well. Just awkward with 3 points. has a steal as well to his name. Then B-Rich with 6 points and 2 assists, followed by Nudini, 2 points, 3 boards, doing work on the glass as well, along with Dayfry. All of that brings us to 36 points for the defending champs. For the Raptors, it's Type leading the way after a big second quarter, dropping 8 points. Now their leading scorer, 12 points and 6 rebounds to 4 assists as well. Then Fanta and Kenny got work, tied at 8 points apiece. And it's Plondo with 5 points and 4 boards. And then Big Saint, 3 points and 1 rebound to his name as well. Turnover battle here. The first quarter, a little bit sloppy there for Toronto. Had 4 turnovers. They were able to hold it down to just 1 here in the second quarter. 5 total turnovers for the Raptors in the first half to Wiz D.G's 1. Again, that's a big, big thing to keep an eye on here. That is how Wiz D.G keeps this game close. They're going to need to continue to force Toronto into those turnovers in the second half if they're going to want to start pulling away. Otherwise, we may have a close game that's going to come all the way down to the wire to possibly the final possession. We have some drama there in the fourth quarter. Let's hopefully Wiz D.G able to come out of halftime here with some momentum on their side. Again, I'm going to throw it to a quick break on the other side, the start of the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the official co-stream of Wizards District Gaming. Start of the third quarter, just moments away, all tied up at 36 apiece here heading into the third quarter. Again, turnovers, the big name here for Wiz D.G, forcing Toronto into 5. We'll have to see if they can continue that here in the third quarter, as Just Awkward has done a great job at holding Fanta to only 8 points here. Again, that's the matchup of the game to watch, is Just Awkward against Fanta. As the Raptors will start with the ball first. Kenny got work. Kicks it over to Fanta, under 10. Down low, it's Type. Up and in. Type starting off the scoring here in the second half for the Raptors. No one really in foul trouble after the first half. No one with more than 2 fouls currently. Dayfry begins the second half with that badge still activated. It'll be a nice momentum boost to get him going, as well as Cap from deep downtown almost goes in. But Dayfry with the board. Londo called for his first. It's a big rebound for Dayfry. Second chance opportunity now. Into Cap. Cap the deep 3, gets it to go, and Wiz D.G on the board in the second half. Kenny finding Fanta from the hash mark, gets it to go. First three-point basket for Fanta here in the second half. 41-39. Again, it's another lead change. B-Rich over to Cap. Gives it back under 10. Ball going back and forth between both guards. 5 on the shot clock. Cap looking for some space, finds Awkward. The long 2, can't get it to go. It's Nudini with the offensive board, finding Cap. 5 seconds on the shot clock, looking for space. Cap driving the lane, pulls up, can't get it to go. Defensive board, Raptors going the other way. Kenny slows things down. It's the foul called on Awkward, his second. Now Phantom. Kicks it back over, finds Kenny the deep three. No good. Dayfry with the board. The quick pass finds Awkward. Draws the foul out for Phantom. Now Cap in the corner. Splashes the three. Cap coming up big. Fanta down low. Good vision there, finds Plondo. Now Dayfry finding Awkward down low on the baseline in the lane, being patient off the glass and in. Quick pass up, finds Type for the Raptors. Down low, Type guarded by Dayfry. Nudini comes to help out. Quick passes around the reversal. The foul's called on Kenny. His third. Ball passed in. Plondo picks the ball off. So Awkward's called for the reach. That's his third. And down low finds Type. The reversal is good. Three-point game as the Raptors have the lead. Just under 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. Neither team really being able to pull away. Now Bierich on the cut. Shot is good. Will go to the line for the three-point play as Kenny called for his fourth. Bierich leads the three-point play. Kenny for the Raptors, all tied up at 47 apiece. All over, Phantom with 10 on the shot clock. Finds a little space, will pull it back out, guarded by Bierich with 5, the off-balance 3. Phantom gets it to go. Now Cap, pass up from Bierich. Dayfry down low for the jam. 1 point lead now for the Raptors, under 2 to go. Down low's Type, off the glass and in. Type coming up big for Raptors GC. Lead now to 3. Cap finds Dayfry to cut into that lead. 1 point lead now for the Raptors. As this game once again, the pendulum swinging in both teams' direction. Feels like any time there is a lead that starts to build up. Wizards D.G now looking to cut into it right now. Plondo thought about it. Got the pump fake, but second go around, Type called for his first. Misses the wide open 3. Nudini goes to the line as they're in the bonus. Nudini hits the first. All tied up for the lead. Nudini converts. Under a minute to go in the third. It's a 1 point lead for the defending champs now as Fanta brings the ball up, guarded by just Awkward. Crosses the timeline down low, finds Big Saint. Dayfry into Cap. Passes back up to Dayfry. Quick passing finds Bierich. Trying to space out the Raptors. Bierich back to Dayfry playing high. Hands it off to Cap. 30 seconds. left in the third. 5 on the shot clock. Cap for 3. 2 defenders in his face. It's D.G with the offensive board. Cap with the badge activated. 10 seconds, finds Awkward down low. Takes the lead back with 19 seconds to go. 1 point lead. Kenny, mid-range 2 is good. Cap up to Dayfry. 4 on the shot clock, back to Cap, kicks it over. D.G for 3. Can't get it to go. And at the end of the third quarter, it's a 1-point lead for Raptors Uprising GC, 56-55. As for the first time all game, we end a quarter with at least one team ahead. Granted, it's only a 1-point lead for the Raptors. That's good news for Wizards D.G. They're continuing to do what they need to do, and that's hold those opportunities for the Raptors to the absolute minimum. Fortunately, no turnovers for the Raptors there in the third quarter. Still sitting at 5 turnovers in total. Wizards D.G. up to 2. For the game, your high scorer of the game is Type right now for the Raptors. 18 points on the side of Wizards D.G. It's Cap with 17. He has 10 assists, so he has earned his double-double. Dayfry right behind with 14 points and 6 rebounds. 4 boards away from that double-double as well. Just Awkward with 11, followed by B-Rich with 9, and Nudini with 4 points to round out Wizards D.G. Again, for the Raptors, it's 18 for Type. Then you have Fanta with 14 points and 6 assists. Kenny got work, 10 points, 5 assists. Blondo with 9 points and 5 rebounds. And Big Saint rounding it out with 5 points and a board and 2 assists as well. Again, for Wizards D.G. making the most of their opportunities, shooting 22 for 39. That percentage could be a little bit higher if they want to try to stay in this game here, as the Raptors are shooting 23 for 32. A little bit better percentage here from the floor, but 8 for 11 from behind the arc is the big story here for the Raptors. Fanta is 4 for 5. Wizards D.G. will start with the ball here in the fourth quarter, down by 1. Following the fourth quarter, make sure you stay tuned for the postgame show. It's B-Rich with the ball for the defending champs. Cap with that badge still activated will start the fourth quarter off. We'll see how long he can hold on to that. Dayfry down low. Beautiful pass from Cap. Fanta bring the ball up for the Raptors. Type down low. Both teams really starting to look towards their big man here late in the fourth. Pass up for Dayfry. That badge for Cap slowly ticking away. Should only be a few more seconds with it on. Dayfry gets rejected from behind, but Nudini picks up the loose ball before it goes out of bounds. 5 down low for just Awkward. It's another lead change. Fanta looking to bring the ball up. Finds Type. Half court. That's a backcourt violation. Solid pressure from just Awkward, forcing the mistake. For the Raptors, they have a chance to extend this lead to more than just 1 point. Start to feel a little bit comfortable here if they're able to do so. They want to grow this lead. Over to Dayfry, can't hold on to it. As Dayfry called for his first. For the reach here in the fourth quarter. Got to cut down on the turnovers for Wizards D.G. That was a golden chance there with that backcourt violation. Turn the ball over as Big Saint in the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Type with the offensive board. Second chance here for the Raptors. Kenny with the ball, under 10 on the shot clock. Now big block from Dayfry. Looking to go the other way. And the quick foul on Fanta stops the fast break. Dayfry into Cap. That's the second 3-point shot. Dayfry is blocked, and not sure how that wasn't a foul, but The virtual referees are going to let that one go as Dayfry misses the dunk. Down low to Big Saint on the baseline. The reversal. No, kicks it out to Plondo. Type. Down low to Plondo for the jam. Now Be Rich. Up to Dayfry. Back and forth game. It's been close all game long. If you're just joining us, the first half, both teams were equal. 17 points each in the first, an additional 19 in the second. It was all tied up at 36 apiece. Going into halftime, as Raptors call another timeout here. They're down to 2, holding on to that 1-point lead with 3:38 to go. Inbound from Dayfry finds Cap. Back out to Be Rich with 5. Down to 2, awkward. Be Rich for 3 at the buzzer, can't get to go, but it's Nudini with the offensive board. Kicks it back out to Dayfry, playing high. Finds Cap, now with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Down low, Dayfry being patient, ball tipped. Now it's going the other way for the Raptors. Kenny got work, will finish it off. Nudini being patient with the ball. We're past the halfway mark here in the fourth quarter. It's a big block picked up by Dayfry. 3-point lead for the Raptors. Down low, awkward. The reversal high off the glass, no good, but pardon me, that's Dayfry with the offensive board, and now the putback. Cuts the lead down to 1. Fanta handling the ball for the Raptors. The deep 3. Extends the lead to 4. 2-possession game here with just over 2 minutes to go. Cap. Plondo with his badge activated as well, looking for space, finding Dayfry down low. Plondo being a little over-aggressive. Nudini in the corner, wide open. Splashes it for Dini. Cuts the lead back to 1 with 2 to go. Fanta looking move around, blocked from behind, just awkward. But the Raptors hold on to possession, now down to 5. Kicks it back out to Fanta, guarded closely with 3. The off-balance 3, side rim, no good, and it's Dayfry with the big board. Now a chance to get the lead here for Wizards D.G. Cap is quickly fouled by Big Saint. That's his 4th. 1:31 to go in the 4th. It's a 1-point game. Be Rich to Dayfry. Under 10, Cap. Pass down low is tipped. Be Rich able to collect the loose ball. Nudini in the corner. Can he do it again? He can! Nudini, another massive 3. So we approach the 1-minute mark. It's a 2-point lead for Wizards District Gaming. Type. Dayfry with his badge activated as well. Just awkward. Playing close to Fanta. Looking to force another turnover here. 5 on the shot clock. Fanta kicks it back out. Finds Kenny. Down to 2. Ball tipped. That's going to be a shot clock. No, he got the ball off just in time. And a big block from Dayfry coming up big once again. And it's a slam for just awkward. Wiz D.G. coming alive here in the 4th quarter with 40 seconds to go. It's a 4-point game for the defending champs. Kenny for the Raptors. Dayfry, another turnover. Finds just awkward. Will kick it back out to Dayfry. Looks for teammates to help him out. Kicks it over to Cap. 20 seconds. Dayfry again, solid defense, but no, it's a bad pass from Cap. It's turned over with 15. The quick pass up The force three, can't get it to go. Nudini with a big board. Long pass, just awkward for the jam. And with 6.7, Wizards D.G should be able to hold on here. As the largest lead of the game, 6 could possibly do it. 71-67 as Wizards D.G managed to hold off Raptors Uprising in an absolute barn burner of a fourth quarter. My goodness, what a game. Dayfry coming up absolutely massive once again late to hold on to the 4-point win for the defending champs. Absolutely stellar performance there in the fourth quarter, causing more turnovers, up to 7 for Toronto. They came in with 5. It was an absolutely fantastic game. We're going to throw it to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the post-game show on the other side of the break. Welcome back to the post-game show here on the official co-stream of Wizards District Gaming. We are now joined by Nudini. That was a little close. Just to fill the our viewers in here, before you hopped on here, you said it was a little bit closer than you guys would have liked. But it was a big bounce-back game here for Wizards D.G. Obviously, last night with the 10-point loss to the Bucks. This was one of those bounce-back games against a foe you're familiar with, coming off of 2 games against against Western Conference teams. What was the mentality like of this team heading into this game against the Raptors?
I mean, the mentality is we just got to figure it out, because I felt like yesterday when we played the Bucks as a team, I think everybody felt the way like we weren't as prepared as we have been in past games, and even like the past couple of years, how much we prepare. I don't think we were fully prepared for them. Yeah, we had a game plan, but we didn't follow the game plan. So coming into this game, that was like the key thing, was like to follow the game plan, limit their plays, like their little plays that they run, just because those are just 3 points that if we take away, we can win the game. And we took them away and we won the game, but I still feel like the game shouldn't have been that close. Like, yeah, they're a great team, but like if we want to set ourselves up to be feared again in the playoffs, like those are teams that we have to beat, and like those are teams that we should be blowing out.
Absolutely. And you're talking about, you know, the way they were playing and limiting those plays. Were they showing you guys something different, or was this more of just that mental grind of being able to bounce back after somewhat of a lopsided loss, something that we're not used to seeing Wizards D.G suffer there, a double-digit point loss? Was it just kind of, you know, feeling them out and then getting back to the basics for you guys?
I would say so. It was kind of getting back. We kind of switched it up. Dayfry got back on pick and roll because his pick and roll defense is phenomenal, and we like switch it up here and there. And we were just trying to figure things out, because that's what we got to do going into playoffs. We have to figure it out. We're blessed. We should be the 1 seed. But you know, we didn't get the job done. It was in our hands, and now we just gotta. We're the 2 seed. Obviously, we still get a bye, which is great. But we gotta figure it out going into playoffs, because right now we're playing very lackadaisical, very like like we're just, it doesn't seem like we're fully locked, but I know when playoffs come, everybody's going to be locked, and I know it's going to be a different type of team. And that's why I just can't wait to get back on stage and be back in the playoffs.
Absolutely. So up next is the ticket. Are you guys going to be watching that tournament to try to see what the competition is going to be looking like for those that are fighting their way into the playoffs?
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely be watching the ticket. We have a bye week the week before, and then when we get back, we'll be practicing and we'll be watching the ticket. Probably a mix of both 3v3 and 5 since 3v3 playoffs is like the first one. But we'll definitely be watching the ticket because at the end of the day, we're all fans of the game of 2K, so we like to watch the games.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to talk a little bit about that fourth quarter here for you before I let you go. Prior to the fourth quarter, only 4 points there, but really you played more of a glass cleaner kind of role. You were there for those big rebounds, giving the team second chance opportunities. But in the fourth quarter, you hit 2 massive 3-point shots. What does that say about this team that they know that on one hand, you can play that role where you're cleaning the glass, but on the other hand, when they really need you to come up big, they know they can get you the ball, especially in that corner shot where it feels like home for you, and you can come up with some big threes to really swing that momentum in your guys' favor.
Well, I know that everybody on this team trusts me. They all say that when I'm open, they just automatically think it's going in and that it's going to be a green. Yesterday against the Bucks, I did not shoot well. I only shot 2 for 5, and I made 1 white 3, and then I greened. I greened probably the biggest 3, but at the same time, like I pride myself on being able to make every shot. Not like if I'm open. If it's contested, it's a little different. Like you have to get the timing right for that. But if I'm open, for me, it should be green every single time. That's how I feel. So even though we won, and we had, I hit those 2 shots after we get back to the apartment, I'm probably going to hit up people to see if they want to shoot just so I can try to get my shot back to where it was.
Absolutely, Nudini. Congrats on the win. Congrats on the bounce back here tonight against the Raptors, and we'll catch you soon.
Thank you.
All right, big thank you to Nudini for joining us here on the post-game show. Coming up next, head coach Pat Crossan. They'll be finishing up their team meeting here real quick. He'll be joining us here fairly soon. But, I mean, we heard a little bit there from Nudini. One of the big things they're dealing with is being able to kind of shake off those tough games against a Bucks gaming team where Nudini openly admits didn't play the best. He's working on that timing. He has to be able to play the way that he wants to play, and he wants his team to be feared going into the playoffs. Granted, being the second team in the East, it's not the first, but like he said, they still get that first round bye. So that gives them extra time to kind of settle down, go over that game plan, get those practices in, and come up with a big game plan that head coach Pat Crossan is going to come up with here for this team. So definitely a lot to look forward to here, especially with the ticket coming up. You have the 3v3 playoffs coming up as well. Wizards D.G playing incredibly well in the 3v3 tournaments as well, winning the first ever 3v3 tournament. But now we're going for the league title. It's going to be nothing but 2K League teams. Semi-pro teams and amateur teams are not going to be here in that postseason for the 2K League Championship. So it'll be very interesting to see how Wizards D.G handles that 3v3 and balancing that with 5v5 preparation where they're going for that three-peat after being the first team to go back-to-back in the 2K League. We're going to throw it to a quick break. When we come back, head coach Pat Crossan will be on the show with us to break down the game here against the Raptors. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the official co-stream of Wizards District Gaming.
Made it all look painless, no streaks is stainless. Heard it all my life, stayed up all my nights, and I gon' be famous. You're famous, no James. It's when I shoot my aims. This trying to get that loot and pay my dues for that. Just nameless, be aimless, they shameless. Cover up they lameness. Really got no brain and you want to blame. They all the same. It's but you can't not tame this. I'll be on my reign. This I'ma leave my mark. I'ma believe my words. Shameless, cover cover up they lameness. Really got no brain and you all to blame, they all the same. It's, but you cannot tame this. I'll be on my reign. This, I'ma leave my mark, I'ma leave my heart, and I'm gonna be famous.
And welcome back to the post-game show here on the official coach stream of Wizards District Gaming, now joined by head coach Pat Crossan. Pat, that one was a little bit close. It was kind of a back and forth game, essentially dead even the entire first half until the third quarter, where we had a slight difference. It was obviously a 1-point lead there for Toronto, but that fourth quarter was absolutely insane. Coming off of a tough loss against the Bucks gaming team that happened last night, what was your message to the guys going up against the Raptors, a team that you do have some familiarity with?
Yeah, no, we've known the Raptors very well over this past couple of years. We've seen them play them all the time now, and it's one of those things. They want to beat us. To say they beat us, and I know for us it didn't really mean much in regards to seeding. I think we already locked up the 2 seed the other day, but we still wanted to go out on a high note. You never want to end the regular season on a loss. So, and they were a gritty team. I know they're still fighting for seeding for the ticket, so they were coming in here trying to fight for that. And like you said, it was a gritty game throughout. It was 1-point game, tie game. We kept going back and forth. I'm just proud of the guys for pulling it out at the end, because once playoff comes around, we're going to play a lot of these close games, and you got to, etch them out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to touch on something Nudini said on prior to you joining us here on the post-game show is he openly admitted that last night it was a struggle for him to hit those shots. As someone who plays the game and now is kind of the mastermind of how Wizards D.G game preps for these games, from a coach's standpoint and a player standpoint, how do you bounce back from a game that you didn't perform well in to coming here in the fourth quarter and hitting 2 massive 3-point shots late in the fourth quarter to really help this team out?
Yeah, well, luckily for us, Deanie's a vet, so he's been here 5 seasons now. I mean, he's been through, probably the best of times and the worst of times, in his career, not just with us, but the Sixers, his former team. And, he's always kind of looked at as the guy that when we need big shots, if he's open, get him the ball, he's going to make them. Unfortunately, he didn't do that versus the Bucks, but I think he came in probably 2-3 hours earlier today before, we were even supposed to be here. And he was just shooting around the practice court by himself. So when you have a guy like that who's a vet, who knows what it takes to win, I mean, showing up a couple hours early, getting his shots in, obviously it translated pretty well to the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we are kind of towards the end of the season now, where we're preparing for the playoffs for both 3v3 and 5v5. I kind of want to get your overall assessment of where you think this team is heading into the 3v3 and 5v5 tournament, and especially how do you feel Cap has kind of fit in now that he's had time to acclimate to the team, to the style of play? I mean, he looks like he's playing incredibly well. Again, he had a double-double tonight, 17 points, 11 assists, played very well. Last night, 24-point performance as well. Let's start with the first. How do you feel this team is now going into the playoffs and your overall feel of this team?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things, we pretty much locked up playoffs for a while now, and in our heads, we were waiting to play, so maybe we kind of got ahead of ourselves in these past couple of games, but I'm feeling pretty good. I think the guys are feeling good. Obviously, we've had multiple tournaments now with Cap that we've played with, so we've got to experience how he plays the game, how we like to play the game. I do think our defense needs a couple more tweaks going in the playoffs, but we'll get there. I mean, we have a month of preparation, so we're going to watch a lot of film in that time. We're going to scrim a lot of teams, and really we're just going to put our brains on the table and try to figure this thing out. But, I like our shot to get our 3rd championship, and, once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen from there.
So if you had to sum everything up into one message for this team going into this extended break, preparing for playoffs, what's that message, and what's the one key point that you want this team to focus on during that time?
I think it's, we aren't given anything in this league. We actually have to go out and earn it ourselves. So, if we want this championship, it's not going to be an easy road for us. We're really going to have to earn it ourselves, and that's every game we're going to have to prove that we play in the playoffs. And, we're going to play a lot of good teams in the East. And then if you get to the finals, you're going to play the best team in the West. So it's earned and not given.
Absolutely. Head coach Pat Crossan, thank you so much for joining us here on the post-game show, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thanks, John. Talk to you later.
Have a good one, Pat. Head coach Pat Crossan joining us here on the post-game show as well with Nudini. Prior to that, as you heard from the head coach himself, there's going to be a lot of downtime now in between now and the playoffs, especially having earned that bye week, being the number 2 seed in the East. That is locked and secured. They're not going to have to play in the ticket tournament. They're going to have a lot of downtime to get ready for the 3v3 and the 5v5 playoffs. As you heard, head coach Pat Crossan really wants that third title. He wants to go back to back to back, the first team to ever do that. There's only been 4 seasons of the NBA 2K League. The last 2 championships belong here in the nation's capital. He wants to make it 3 in a row. He knows his team is 100% capable of doing that. Small tweaks to defense here and there. We heard Nudini talk about how they kind of changed their play style a little bit to the pick and roll for Dayfry. His pick and roll defense, his pick and roll offense, absolutely incredible. And that's what we saw them switch back to today, and it ended up working, especially late in the fourth quarter against Raptors Uprising to secure the win after a back-and-forth, gritty game that we saw here. Tied all the way through the first half, all the way up to 36 apiece going into halftime. Into the third quarters where we saw a 1-point difference in favor of the Raptors. But in the end, it was big shots from Nudini. It was big defensive plays from Just Awkward and Dave Fry. And it was absolutely clutch ball handling from Cap and B Rich to really help this team come together in the fourth to create and grind out a very gritty, hard-fought win. And that's a little preview of what we're going to be seeing in the postseason in both 3v3 and 5v5. You heard head coach Pat Crossan say, nothing in this league is given, everything is earned. And that's what we expect to see here as well as this team prepares for playoffs in person back in Indianapolis, Indiana. So for today, that is going to wrap it up for us here. It's a 71-67 win for Wizards District Gaming, taking down Raptors Uprising GC. Up next, it's playoffs time, baby. Make sure you tune in here on twitch.tv/Wizards D.G. Make sure you follow on social media as well. We'll be back for the postseason covering all the games. It is going to be absolutely hype. A big thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch us throughout the season. Super excited that the league allowed us to have these co-streams back once again. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the playoffs.